Innovation refers to the fact that we reason from first principle, we take risks, create new, engaging and inspiring ways of working, learning and living.
Innovation is the introduction of something new into a community, whether it's an idea, method, or anything else. Today, innovation becomes even more important for developing the next generation's creative thinkers. Being innovative pushes you to your limits. Our school nourishes innovation by taking a new approach towards education. Most of our activities are student-led, which empowers us to come up with our own solutions, making us independent young people. This way, we can take the future into our own hands and shape it the way we would like it to be.
Innovation, a new idea or method. But there is a deeper meaning than the one I have just mentioned, as innovation involves your heart beating faster as you finally solve the most difficult mathematics problem you have encountered so far, or the shine in your eyes as you find another way to display your feelings on a piece of paper, whether it be in words or shapes and colors. Innovation is the legacy you leave to this world. And here, in our school, we encourage everyone to improve our community with theirs.
One of the competencies that we're developing at Transylvania College is innovation. And the first phrase of our definition of innovation is that we reason from first principles. So what is reasoning from first principles? Reasoning from first principles is an idea that was first conceived by the Greek philosopher Aristotle, and it's something that we use when we're trying to tackle complex problems. And we use it a lot here at Transylvania College, and it's helped to develop a lot of different innovations within the school. For example, our educational manifesto. Now, how do you do reasoning from first principles? Well, one of the first things that you need to do is to get to the core of the problem. And we do that here by using something called the 5 whys. So let me give you an example of how that might work. A couple of years ago, we identified a problem, and that was that our high school students felt very, very tired and were not very motivated during the first and second periods of the day. So why are they so tired? Well, they haven't had enough sleep. Well, why haven't they had enough sleep? Well, they didn't go to bed early enough. Well, why didn't they go to bed early enough? Well, they weren't tired. And once we got to that deeper understanding, that core problem that we were trying to solve, we realised that actually we went into some research and we realised that the circadian rhythms of teenagers are something that changes, and that there was a very good reason why they weren't tired. This ultimately led to us changing the start time in high school from 8:30 in the morning to 9 o'clock. And we've seen a huge, huge uptick in the students' attention and their motivation during periods 1 and 2. Often when people try to solve problems, they look at what's already been done before. They go onto the internet, they'll Google a problem, and they will find different solutions to that particular issue. And then they'll take that and they'll tweak it and apply it to their context. And that's reasoning by analogy. And what it does is it stops us from using our creativity. So when you reason from first principles, we try to be as creative as possible. We imagine there are no boundaries to what it is that we want to do, and by doing so, we eliminate this cloud of assumptions and conventions that sometimes restrict the way that we think. And it gives us loads and loads of more possibilities. At that stage, synergy comes into play with creative thinking, in critical thinking, with creativity, with inquisitiveness, and lots of our competencies start to work together. And we come up with ideas that are innovative, that nobody else is doing. And we try to inculcate this into our students. Just because something hasn't been done before doesn't mean that it's bad. At Transylvania College, the good ideas are not taken.